What's up, everybody? Welcome to Jayrod Podcast. First episode tonight, so don't get on us if it's a little bit rusty. We're just starting out here. So here we go. We got the beautiful Miss LC, my fiance, the beauty queen in the house right now.
Oh, thank you. I know I felt pretty today. I actually did makeup in quarantine.
Rocking it.
Thank
All
you.
right. So anyway, that's not going to be the official theme song, just so you guys know. So if you guys hate it, most likely it's not very good for us either. Like, she was already commenting on it. So what'd you say it sounded like?
It sounds like Friends.
And she hates Friends, too.
I hate Friends. I really do.
I'm not really a fan, but I don't like hate on people that like whatever, you know, just like, there's a couple funny episodes like the Ross episode was hilarious with the leather pants. That was pretty funny.
You don't hate on people who like certain things? What about Doctor Who?
There's certain things. I don't hate on them. It's just like, I'm not a fan of the show, but it is what it is. You know, it's just like, but no, just so you know, since you hate Friends right now, you're going to have the whole like Friends fan base. Like, you're already going to have haters. Like, the first episode on here.
Hate me.
And you're already going to, no matter what you do. I mean, that's, if you're doing things right, you know, you're always going to have haters no matter what you do.
Yeah.
Just be true to yourself. That's the main thing. If you're doing, like, it was said, like, if you're 50-50, like, behind every good person, you know, it's like, if you're doing things right, if it's 50-50, you got 50 haters and 50 people that love you, you're doing things right. If you're 100% like haters, that means you're an asshole. I'm sorry to say, you know, so it's a balance. But if, you know, and if you have 100% of just everybody loves you, which is like nearly impossible, but then you're just pretty much a kiss ass.
Yeah.
You know, so you got to have a good mutual thing. But the main thing is be true to yourself, you know. Yeah. But yeah, so we were talking about this. So what do you hate about Friends? Like, we're going to go into this now. I guess today we're going to talk about TV shows most likely, because that's what she usually likes, you know. Yeah. She watches a lot of TV shows.
A lot of TV.
For sure.
Lots. No, I just never got into the show. Never could. Seen one episode and just thought it was the stupidest thing in the world. But then again, I also hate Napoleon Dynamite, so I think
that's a great movie. I don't care what anybody says. I like Napoleon. I like the humor to that.
If it doesn't catch me, or my humor is just out the window. And I have that humor. If you hurt yourself, I'm going to freaking laugh at you.
So you're like more like Big Daddy, you know, like that. Like, so you're like the kid in that, like when he falls down, like, there's a stick there, somebody should move it, and he falls over, and the kid's like laughing hysterically, or gets hit by a cab or something like that. So that's her humor. So
yeah, you fall down the stairs, I'm gonna laugh at you.
Which Napoleon Dynamite had some of that in there. Napoleon gets hit in the face by Uncle Rico throwing a football. You know, that's pretty funny. Or not even a football. I think it was like, wasn't it like a steak or something he threw at him? I throw a football over this mountain.
But he didn't act anything. He just stood there like, okay.
I don't know. I thought Napoleon, I will vouch for that. I thought it was funny. But yeah, with Friends, I never really got into it. I know a lot of people were all about that. But it's a certain type of show. Like, we were talking about this, like, off air. There's a certain type of show that you kind of have a style. Some people have like styles of shows. So if you didn't like Friends, like, I'm not a Friends fan. There's a couple funny episodes, but I never got into it. I probably have seen a couple episodes. That's it. Mm-hmm. Joey was the funniest off it. I didn't really like the rest. I mean, him and Jennifer Aniston. She's beautiful, by the way, Jennifer. But yeah,
didn't like Seinfeld 30.
Yeah, but that's what I was going to say. There's a style. No, we were already talking about she's cheating now, because we were literally talking about this. But no, basically what it is, I said, well, I know the style of shows just based off that one show right there, shows you wouldn't like. So if you're going to go along with the Friends, like, most like the people that were fans of Friends would like something similar to like Seinfeld or something like that, you know. And she's like, I don't like Seinfeld either. So I was like, there you go. Her thing back, like, if we're going like more 90s, early 2000-ish, it was more like Buffy the Vampire Slayer. I mean, I liked the movie version, Kristen Swanson, you know. I didn't get into the show as much, but we definitely came together with the movie. Like, when she had that, I was like, oh yeah, I used to watch this as a kid. I love Buffy the Vampire Slayer, like the movie. Yeah. But the show I couldn't get into as much, but she watched that. But that's more her style. So just going based off Buffy the Vampire Slayer, the show, I would say, you know, you would be like a fan of Charmed and Angel and stuff like that. Like, also, I wasn't fans of, but those are the same kind of similar. And how that carries into the new age, I would say you'd be more fans of like Supernatural and stuff like that, because it's along the same lines. It's pretty similar. That's your style.
But see, here's the thing. I'm also, I like the old stuff, like their redid Charmed. I've watched a few episodes. They have some good storylines to it, but it's not the original Charmed. So
well, that's
kind of
well,
like,
if you're doing remakes, yeah, I'm not a big fan of
I'm
remakes. I like
not a
more
big
originality.
fan.
Hollywood seems to be losing a lot. I mean, I'm sorry to say, Hollywood, you got to step up your game because like the old school.
90210, great show back in the 90s. Loved it. They redid it and it sucked.
Yeah. Well, it's just, but we all have, different opinions and everything. Like, opinions are like assholes, man. Everybody has them. So, it's like we all have like what we like. I grew up on horror films, mostly. So when she grew up on Disney and stuff, I can't relate as much because like my dad was an old school type of cat. So he's like, if you're watching TV, you watch what the hell I'm watching, boy, type thing. So I grew up on the good stuff, like luckily, I mean, I got to grow up on like all the horror movies, action movies, like Delta Force and like all the Stallones and Arnold and Chuck Norris and like all that stuff, Rambos and Predator and like for action films, Rambo and then
you said
oh, did I say Rambo twice? I really like Rambo.
And we haven't even started drinking.
Yeah, right? We haven't even started. Oh, yeah, by the way, so we got a bar right behind us, so we will drink on occasion. So, yeah, it's the up and up about having your own bar,
Yeah, exactly.
So, yeah, what's your choice? Pick your poison. What are we drinking today? She's tequila.
I'm a tequila fan.
She's usually tequila. Go to all the time.
You can have whatever you want.
Sorry, guys. I apologize ahead of time if I have too many and I get naked on set. I'm sorry. First episode, that wouldn't be good. I'm already banned from YouTube. No, I'm not going to do that.
I'll make sure you don't.
Right. I'm no to, though.
At least on camera.
I'm a party. I don't drink quite as much as I used to. Yeah, right. I don't drink as much as I used to. That's for sure.
No,
but
you're very good about that. Do you want me to hold your lid?
I used to party quite a bit. Actually, yeah, if you want to go ahead and...
Hold your lid.
So I just want to really pour around I'll pour over here.
Okay. Right around the back. Okay. So what you pouring?
Tequila. All right, so we got the 1800 today. We're going to 18, almost out, by the way. And this is not a endorsement or anything, but just saying, 1800.
It is one of our favorites.
1800.
I mean, during the quarantine, I don't know how many bottles.
If you want to sponsor, yeah, we spend a lot of money on booze. But if you want to sponsor us, 1800, here you go, right here. So if you want to send us some bottles, we'll be happy to promote for you. We're already doing it right now. So
we've only had the original so far. We haven't tried any of the other flavors. And once we finish this off, we're gonna have to flip to my cups up there, babe.
Here, I'll swing it around.
Swinging around.
All right, so anyway, while you're pouring your drink, tell a funny bad joke.
Tell a funny bad joke.
Start it off.
I only know bad jokes. How about knock knock?
Who's there?
Annie.
Anywho.
Anybody home?
What do you guys think?
Told you no bad jokes.
All right, now tell a good joke.
I got another knock knock.
All right, go for it.
Knock knock.
Knock. Who's there? I was going to say knock knock.
Cows go.
Cows go. Where? Or how do you say that?
I say knock knock, and you
who's
say
there?
Who's there?
Yeah.
I say cows go.
Oh, cows go. Who? That one threw me off there a little bit. All right, go ahead.
No, silly. Cows go moo.
Okay. Are you guys going to give her that one?
I should get it because I.
Oh, look, you're getting some laughs. And anyway, just letting you guys know, man, we got a whole live audience. First show, episode 1, right?
I need more.
Jayrod Podcast. No, just teasing.
Bottle.
Right. Okay. Well, so we're popping one of these open.
We're gonna have to.
Hey, it's celebration. Hey, you know what? First episode.
Did you want
new podcast?
We
just put up. Yeah, I'll put it back up here for now.
I get the.
Just so it doesn't break.
It's not gonna break. See.
I know you. She's kind of a little clumsy.
Really, you
right,
about broke the light there. Thank you.
Yep. All right. So while we're getting our drink on, I hope you guys are getting your drink on too at home. If we're not, saying that if you don't drink, hey, props to you, But if you guys are unwinded and having a drink, here, cheers to you.
To each their own.
Right? To each their own. Strong believers of that. But yeah, so anyway, guys, thank you guys for tuning in. And anybody that's subscribed, liked and subscribed, we're going to be doing a lot more episodes and stuff. And we got different types of shows. Not all of them are going to be podcasts either. So stay tuned for that. We're going to have a lot of different topics. Today's just going to be kind of random.
Different guests.
Yep, different guests later. But yeah, Elsie will be she's our guest for tonight. And she's also going to be like a regular co-host and stuff like that when she can hop on.
When I'm not busy at work. And I would like my Baby Yoda cup.
Oh, yeah, I just got her that today. Just finally came in the mail. It was delayed a little bit, but yeah, everything Baby Yoda. Do you want to?
Baby Yoda.
I was going to say you could have showed him your Yodas, too.
I'd have to go over to my desk.
We'll wait.
Is this through this lovely curtain?
We'll wait. We'll wait for the Baby Yoda. So you got the cup today.
I got the cup.
We'll drag it out a little bit.
And a nice Traverse, which is 8 hours hot liquids and 24 hours cold.
You Star Wars Mandalorian fans and Baby Yoda fans, the child fans,
you will have to. In October 20th or 30th, I can't remember.
The newest season?
Yeah.
Okay, cool. Well, there you go. You got that right there. But yeah, so anyway, yeah, when it comes to TV shows, like movies, and especially older movies, that's my field. But yeah, with hers, she's more new age, mainstream type stuff, but TV shows and all that stuff.
I gotta get him in on The Witcher. He sends me a picture with the white kind of wig of The Witcher, and I'm like, hey, we need to watch this. And he goes, we watch too many other shows. Like, whenever you're gonna get time. I crash coursed that in 3 days, binged it. Yeah.
But no, she did get me in like Game of Thrones, stuff like that. I liked that one.
Game of Thrones.
I did like that
Game of Thrones. There's boobs too. That's all you have to tell him.
I couldn't get into like Lord of the Rings. I couldn't, but there's more to that. She thinks like every movie it's good with boobs. There's plenty of movies that had boobs in it. They were awful movies. That has nothing to do with it whatsoever.
But they were awful movies, and you still gave it a thumbs up.
No, it just props to you if it's that bad. But
it has decent boobs.
But you'll still never go back and watch some of those movies and be like, that movie was terrible. You know, there's a lot of those movies that are like that. But then there's some that are so ridiculous, like what was the Evil Bong that we were watching? Just hysterical. Like those are just so out there and funny. And then like Space Babes from Outer Space. What was that one? We watch a lot of like.
You watch Space Babes from Outer Space.
It's just so ridiculous and off the wall.
Not once, not twice.
It was funny.
I think there was 5 times.
It's just so random. Yeah,
because
that's
the
one I had.
Boobs were so good. You said that it was worth rewatching.
No, but that wasn't the main reason. It's just so retarded. At the same time, it's just funny that I had to send to my friends everything. I was like, dude, you got to watch this. This movie is just ridiculous. It's off the walls.
Every girl can sit here and agree. If you want your man's attention doing anything, all you have to do is say boobs and flash him, and he's, all right, what do you need, babe?
Boobs are what make the fucking rock and roll world go around. I mean, Freddie Mercury, the great, he said it himself, fat bottom girls. But I mean, nothing wrong with that. I like some badonkadonk too. But
I know you do. I got a nice one. But all I have to do is flash my boobs, and you're like, hi, what did you need? Oh, yeah, I'm putting down the phone now. Boobs.
Okay.
Boobs.
All right, but we're not going to go the whole topic about that. But yeah, it's like every guy,
every girl.
We all want our eye candy, okay? But no, basically, but it's not what makes a show good or not. But I did like that Game of Thrones was more for adults. I liked that aspect of it instead of like, because I didn't grow up on that stuff. Like even when I was a kid, I was watching adult movies and stuff like that. But that's the thing is like, I couldn't get into like Lord of the Rings, try to get me to watch it. I was like, oh, this is awful. I can't stand it. Sorry to you Lord of the Rings fans. I can't get into Harry Potter at all. I call it Harry Twatter. But yeah, not a fan. He
refuses to watch what is it? Twilight.
Oh, yeah. I watch real vampire movies. Like The Lost Boys, my favorite movie ever. Trust me, we'll be going to the Lost Boy podcast episodes and stuff like that for sure. Matt Kiefer Sutherland, too. Really cool guy. One of my favorite actors. Like him and Johnny Depp are some of my 2 favorite actors. But like Christian Bale, there's a lot of course, the greats. Jack Nicholson, Al Pacino. A lot of great actors. Late great, rest in peace, Robin Williams. A lot of great actors out there. But no, it's just, to each their own. Everybody has their own taste, but it's nothing against anybody. It's just I could not get into those movies. I just thought they were too fairy tale-ish.
You didn't cheers me.
Oh, cheers. Yeah, first episode. Here we go. Cheers.
Like, you didn't
Baby Yoda.
Cheers me.
Jack Daniels, Baby Yoda.
Baby Yoda hadn't been cheersed yet. Sorry.
But anyway.
Off topic.
Yeah. So anyway, now you can see her tequila's already kicking in.
No, I
apologize ahead of the time, guys, because this is where it gets a little crazy with Elsie over here.
And I just got off work, so my brain is kaput. So sorry, guys.
Right. Well, I just hope we got people tuning in. And it's not like crickets out there, But either way,
that made me sad.
Right? No, I think it'll be good. But yeah, we're gonna have a wide variety of topics and stuff like that. So it's not gonna be the same.
Likely, you and me will be talking movies and TV
shows and some other stuff. We got some different ideas for you guys. Every show's not gonna be the same. This is just strictly the podcast side of it. There's gonna be some other
I still
stuff
have
too.
to finish my It book. I still have 500 pages.
Yeah, she's a big reader too. She reads a lot. So I got her the It book.
I got 500 more pages. I just have to pull it out of my luggage from when I went to Colorado in February. I took it with me, and I haven't pulled it out yet.
But back to the shows before we forget about it. But we were talking about that. Like, there's certain shows too. Like, I never got like huge into it, but I know like a lot of my friends were in like that 70s show. It was all right, but there's like that 70s. I couldn't really get into it too much. I just seen a couple episodes, but I'm not a fan really. Ashton Kutcher, no offense, but it's just, there's certain actors, you know, it's like I'm a fan of, or some, it's just like, I don't know. I used to have kind of curly hair, so people used to compare, like, they're like, oh, you kind of had that Hyde thing going, whatever character off that. When my hair was like curlier with glasses and stuff.
Carrot Top.
No, that was a stupid. Yeah, no,
You
that was
got
just
compared to Carrot Top, didn't you?
That was just stupid people that did that. Yeah. So all you stupid people that used to say that when my hair was just like crazy frizzy and I couldn't get it taken care of at that time. But then there's a time like I got into bands and stuff like that, and I started getting more like Jonathan Davis and Johnny Depp and stuff like that. So to those people out there, they're like Carrot Tops. That's for you. But yeah, so I hated that shit. But yeah, but anyway, yeah. So basically, what was it? But no, it's that 70s show. It's kind of like more like the stoners. Like if I'm going stoner route, I'd rather watch like the movies like Friday, like like Friday Half Baked, the good old classic Cheech and Chong movies, stuff like that. But I couldn't get in the shows as much, even though Chong was, I think, on that 70s show. He had he had a character on there, I believe. But
I didn't know that.
But no, I like that 70s show, but more of like style wise, people that watch that 70s show would probably most likely be more fans of like Third Rock from the Sun and stuff like that, you know,
probably,
and some stuff. But no, we were talking about like the old like TGIF, you know, how they used to have the thing, and we were debating on those like the three shows, like the ones I remember. I do remember on the Friday nights. I remember we rented like Bride of Chucky, but I remember that was on TV, so we were watching that as kids, and it was like Step by Step was a good show because I remember Cody was in the guy that played Cody was in Bride of Chucky too. As well, not Bride of Chucky 2, but yeah, Bride of Chucky as well. And I was like, oh, that's Cody from Step by Step. But yeah, the Step by Step is Boy Meets World, which is decent too.
Third one.
And I think it was like Family Matters, or it could have been something else. I think it was.
What's Steve Urkel?
That's Family Matters.
Family Matters.
Okay, it was Family. That's what I thought it was. So all of them were good shows.
Steve Urkel was the best.
Yeah, and then did I do that? But yeah, the shout out to Steve. But no, there's certain stuff that we grew up on and stuff like that. But my favorite TV show of all time, and I was obsessed with as a kid, still to this day.
Bel Air too.
Yeah.
Now you got me stuck thinking about.
Yeah, but mine, Tales from the Crypt. Like bottom line, that's my all-time favorite because I was like always intrigued by the dark side of life, you know, since I was a kid. So anything like that, I was.
What's your favorite cartoon?
Cartoon. Well, I'll have to go Beavis and Butthead for that.
See, and this is going to show how different we are. Mine was SpongeBob.
Yep.
I love SpongeBob. Different. I can still sing the fun song to this day. Yep. Yeah, we're not going to do that on air.
But yeah, so anyway, there's some like everybody has their similarities and differences and stuff like that. But
who's your favorite?
But no, certain things.
Tune character.
Are we really going into this? I'm not huge on like Looney Tunes, but I couldn't even tell. I guess is Taz like a member of the Looney Tunes? I guess. I guess Taz. I guess I don't know. I never got really into that like as much. Like there was some stuff like, I could watch like not around my dad straight up, but he's like, yeah, grown up cartoons, boy. So it's just I can't really relate. And there's some like Beavis and Butthead I like, some South Park, type stuff, but I wasn't even that huge on cartoons and stuff like that. I was very picky. Like Family Guy was good. We used to watch like The Simpsons here and there, but I don't know. I was just more like realist, like even like at a young age and stuff like that. And most kids are reading like fiction stories and stuff like that. I was reading like nonfiction and stuff like that. So I don't know. I've always just been like questioned everything. So I'm more like when it comes to like the unknown, like I'm all about it, paranormal, the occult.
And I can remember the first time I actually saw a Family Guy episode wasn't until I was probably in high school and working at Wyandotte Lake.
Yeah.
And yeah, I'm old because it's no longer Wyandotte Lake. And we had a party
for those that you don't know what Wyandotte Lake is too. It's a water park, just so you know. She acts like everybody knows
it was a Six Flags water park.
Okay.
So we had the badges with the old geezer that danced and everything. Oh yeah, but like we went. I had a employee party we went to, and they were playing Family Guy, and I was like, "What is this?" I was 15 at the time and never had even seen or heard of Family Guy until that point.
Wow.
Yeah.
But yeah, no, Family Guy wasn't bad, but this is also coming from the same girl that thought her first ever horror movie, scene, which is like the first horror movie I got to watch was The Mummy. I like The Mummy is not a horror film. I was like, it is 11. Like action adventure. It's like along the lines of like Indiana Jones.
I was 11. It was PG-13.
What was your favorite Indiana Jones?
What's the one with the
You're probably thinking Raiders of the Lost Ark.
Is that the one with the golden thingy that they have to dig for?
You're talking about the newest?
No, not the newest. I don't like Crystal Skull.
No, that's the worst one.
It's the second movie.
I like Temple of Doom. That was my favorite. The whole
Temple of Doom was good.
It was the darkest, so I liked that.
But maybe it was the Raiders of the Lost Ark.
Or probably thinking Raiders. Most people do say Raiders of the Lost Ark, the first film. But
I know it's not the first film. It's the one where they go to eat.
Was it with Sean Connery? I can't remember. I'd have to rewatch them again.
No, now I'm going to have to look it up on my phone.
Sean Connery.
Now you're going to make me look it up on your phone.
Was that the best Sean Connery impression you've ever heard?
That's the best Sean Connery.
James Bond.
Why is my...
Shaken, not stirred.
My phone, when it unlocked, it wasn't catching my finger. Okay, guys.
But anyway, there's some stuff we definitely bonded on. But like... when we first started dating, like going through her movie collection, like we saw like Buffy the Vampire. She had Lost Boys, like every month's props there. And then what else? Interview of the Vampire. I like loved it. Like one of my all-time favorite films. I love Anne Rice, the Chronicles, Lestat, like all that stuff.
It wasn't the
Queen of the Damned
Ark, it was The Last Crusade.
Oh, Last Crusade. Yeah, there was the third. That was the one with Sean Connery.
Yes. But that's The Last Crusade.
Yeah.
I like that one with the whole thing about the oh my goodness, Holy Grail.
Yeah, Holy Grail. Yeah.
Had to think what it was called.
Well, there we go into another thing. There's another big one she's into is Monty Python. The Holy Grail.
And the Holy Grail and the Holy Hand Grenade that killed.
The rabbit scene was pretty funny, but yeah, it's
and the knights that say "nee."
Yep. But yeah, it's just, there's some stuff we relate on and some stuff that's what makes, us different and stuff. But
I introduced you to some things.
Yeah, that's what's good. Yeah, shocking. Like, it's like the Game of Thrones, I was really shocked that I enjoyed that so much. I was like, wow, this is, because I'm not on that level. Like, no offense to like
American Horror
the nerdy cats out there.
I
but
was already on season 3 with The Coven, and I was watching it on my phone, and you happened to look over.
Oh, yeah. Now we watch, like, whenever we watch it live now. Yeah, American Horror Story.
I watched it, and
I came in on Freak Show when they were doing Freak Show. We watched that.
We started watching.
Then I went back and like Murder House was great. So American Horror.
I was watching Coven. Yeah. You sat there and I was already halfway through, and I'm like, you're gonna have to go backwards and catch up because I'm not stopping. All
right, so for those American Horror fans, Horror Story fans, like excellent show.
It should be.
Not everyone was good. Like I couldn't. Like the worst one was Roanoke. I could not get into Roanoke at all.
No.
I liked the newest one that they went kind of like slasher on it, but like Murder House was one of the best. The ones that really stand in my mind. Hotel, because I've always been obsessed with like Eagles, Hotel California, and just being like, like the way I've always perceived it is like it's like a portal to hell type thing. Like
Roanoke could have been so much better if they actually gone more into the myth of Roanoke. Yeah,
itself. I couldn't get into that. I think that was the worst one that they've done.
The
Freak Show wasn't the greatest.
The whole myth about
I just couldn't stand. No offense to Jessica Lange, but good God. It's like one of those things, like she was just singing all the time. It's like, please stop singing. Just please stop.
But Twisty was awesome.
Twisty was, and then I don't want to spoil alert for anybody, but yeah, they had a good character with that. But yeah, just watch it if you haven't seen it. We're not trying to put out any spoiler alerts, but so tune out for this part if you don't like American Horror Story. But no, or you haven't seen them. But no, I thought, for the most part, most of them are pretty good. Asylum, but Murder House was definitely Murder House, Hotel. The newest one.
What starts in a cup couple weeks.
What?
American Horror Story news.
Oh, the new one I already knew was kind of around the corner. I didn't know exact date. But no, right now we're watching Lucifer. So any Lucifer fans out there, the newest season, though, the last season, but I mean that show got re-picked up. You know, 'cause Netflix picked them because they were they canceled, and then Netflix picked them up. That last season was phenomenal. Now we're on season 5, and it kind of it's a little strange, like so far, because every season's been good up to this point, but at the very beginning, it's just kind of like the writers or the it's like they're kind of lost what to write about. So it's a little strange at the beginning, but I think it's starting to come back around. Like the last one was kind of cool, like showing. You know, I don't want to ruin it for anybody, but check it out. It's still worth checking out. But Lucifer, that's one of our main shows. But the ones, I got to get better at my shows. She's always like, oh, watch The Witcher and watch this show. And she watches like 1,000 at a time. I can't do that. Like I was trying to catch up with Kiefer Sutherland being my favorite actor. I was late on catching 24 because I love all his films so much. I'm more of a movie guy than I am TV. TV's just, I'm too ADD minded to... I can watch a movie over and over again. If I really love a movie, I can watch it 1,000,000,001 times. But when it comes to TV shows, it's like I will only watch that unless it's like a show that doesn't have to go, you know, from start to finish. You know, it adds up. Like some shows you can watch randomly, you know, but if it's a show like that that leads up to every single, I will not watch. I know some friends that will watch that over and over again. Diz that will be on this show. Shout out to Diz, one of my old school cats. I'm known forever. But yeah, he is a huge diehard fan of Sons of Anarchy, and we watched that. That's one we watched all the way. Phenomenal show based off Hamlet. Great show. But I watched it one time through, and that was it. But I mean, it was great how it was. But he's seen that show like over 7 times. He's like, I just finished it again for like the 7th time. I'm gonna rewatch it all the way through again. It's like, jeez, what?
I mean, just on
There's so much other stuff, but it's a great show. I'm not taking anything away from it. Sons of Anarchy's excellent show. We can definitely vouch for that. I mean, very well done, like 9 or 10. I'd say 10 out of 10. I think it was phenomenally done.
So
that
I'm watching like 4 shows at once on Netflix. I'm serious. I have Supernatural, Warrior Nun, which is a new one. I finished The Adventures of Sabrina. I'm catching up on Riverdale.
I was going to say, somebody asked if you're a fan of Sabrina. I was like, oh, I'm sure she was.
The Adventures of Sabrina is phenomenal. Yeah. Like, it's so dark and everything, and that's why I'm watching.
But she's got a different level of dark. Like, that's another thing about, like, Harry Potter. Like, I couldn't, that's like the nerdy version of magic. Like, if I'm going to relate on that, like 90s, The Craft, like Farissa Balk, Nev Campbell,
let me put it this way.
Robin Tooney, Skeet Ulrich, great movie.
The Chilling Adventures of Sabrina, there is Lucifer, there's Lilith. You actually go to hell and see hell. Oh, yeah.
But they probably made it look cheesy.
No. It's very dark and...
Well, we'll have to see, because, I mean, your visions of dark is a little different from mine. I like the darkest of the dark nature, you know, but...
Hold up. We're going to pull up a trailer for you.
But anyway, well, we're not going to show it on screen. You can show me, you know, off air here. But, but yeah, so basically... Eventually, we will be doing some of that stuff too, guys. But we're just starting out here, so we're going to get some more, you know, visuals and stuff like that, and we'll be able to pull up stuff on screen and stuff like that too. Eventually down the road, but we're just getting started out here, so just bear with us. We're going to get stuff like over time, and you know, make the studio even better for you guys, and. But yeah, so anyway, yeah, Lucifer, that's always been one of our go-to shows. We're definitely going to finish that. But I remember watching, like, when I was trying to catch up, because I was late, they're like, oh my God, you're a huge Kiefer Sutherland fan, but you haven't seen 24? I was late on that because I like all his movies so much. And then everybody made this big hype out of him. They're like, oh, he's such a great actor. Like, I was like, I've known that since, like, back in the day. Lost Boys, Flatliners. What else? The Vanishing, another one of my favorites.
What's that? New Mexico one.
Truth or Consequence. He directed, Truth or Consequence in New Mexico. Eye for an Eye. Just the fact that him and his dad both, like, Kiefer